Hello, my loves, and welcome to the June 2025 crystal channeling, where I open up to the crystalline consciousness and I tune into the energies and frequencies of the coming month. And I ask for the resonant crystals that have medicine and messages that can be of service to us for the month to sing to me so that I can then select them and channel through them so that you can receive their medicine and messages for the month. So as I show you each crystal, just take a moment to breathe and tune in. Imagine yourself energetically connecting to the crystal. Do you feel it resonates? This is how they begin to speak to us. And whichever crystal you feel the strongest connection to, that's the crystal that has the medicine and message you need for the month. So now, here they are. The first crystal that's saying itself to me is moss agate. The second crystal that's saying itself to me is hemimorphite. And the third crystal that's saying itself to me, and this is one of my personal favorites, is Lemurian Seed crystal. And this one in particular has a name. It's given me its name. It calls itself Beast. And the people who are in my private community know this crystal very well. It helps me to channel dragon spirit medicine and has a very protective and nurturing nature to it. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to begin with the moss agate channeling for this month. This is a month of growth and expansion for those of you who have been feeling stymied, who have been feeling held back, who have been feeling frustrated in perhaps your lack of growth or lack of clear pathway moving forward. The thing about this is the expansion does not come from efforting, dear one. The expansion does not come from thought. The expansion comes from surrender. Surrender, rest, repose, allowing yourself to sink inside, allowing yourself to be at peace and to be carried by the flow. The more you are in this space, the more that you come out of resistance. The more you can hear the voices of your guides and the guidance and the truth that is coming from your soul. When you are in this place of surrender and rest and receptivity and openness, this is when the energies of the universe can come into synchronistic flow with you. They can ease your pathway forward. They can help to clear past obstacles that otherwise may have stalled you. They help you to see the light and all of a sudden have inspiration or ideas that move you forward. So they're saying it's counterintuitive, dear one, that expansion should come from a type of inaction. But in fact, this is what we are encouraging you to take hold of moss agate, sink into your center, go into a place of quiet, a place of daydream, a place of rest. Let its energy, its light codes, and its spirit flow into you. And as it begins to tune and alter the energy in your energetic field, pathways of expansion and growth will open for you, and you will find yourself effortlessly led towards that which will be fruitful and abundant to you in the future. Okay, so that's the message from moss agate. Now, from hemimorphite. It's time to open your throat and your third eye, dear one. You haven't been listening to yourself. You've been in inner resistance. You've been hearing and feeling the need to change, the need to release some things, the need to let go of what no longer serves you, but you have been in resistance. You know the things you need to do to help yourself, but you've been in resistance. You've had ideas that can help you move forward, but you've been in resistance. And what is the resistance, dear one? The resistance is fear. The resistance is fear. And the resistance is refusing to fully trust yourself, refusing to fully listen to yourself, honoring and accepting the authority of other voices, ideas, and forces outside of yourself. You are a wholly divine mechanism of action, of truth, of purpose, and yet you've allowed yourself to fall into a rut, and you feel increasingly down, frustrated, dispirited, unhappy, but unable to see your way forward, unable to see outside of the box. And they're saying the pathway forward, the way to come out of this resistance is, first of all, to accept it, to accept that you are in resistance, to surrender, to let go, to drop within, and fully hear your truth. Many are afraid, dear one, to hear their truth because they fear change. And in many cases, or at least in some cases, it's not so much the fear of change, but the efforting and result that the change will require. What if we were to tell you, dear one, that change can happen effortlessly, that it can happen with greater ease than you imagine, that there are ways and solutions out of things that can do no one harm, but can benefit all. Your mind cannot conceptualize this because your mind operates on memory and limited thought. Therefore, it cannot see past the horizons of what it knows. But your soul, dear one, is infinite. Your soul, dear one, is connected to the truth and all that is. And there are miraculous ways that things can change, but not if you are unwilling to listen, and not if you are unwilling to believe. So in this month, dear one, if you can cultivate the practice of dropping within, asking to know your truth, connecting with this crystalline energy, and allowing yourself to listen, you will begin to hear your truth. And the first step, which yes, will take courage, is for you to claim it. There is a great magic, dear one, in claiming our inner truth. It sets universal wheels and mechanisms in motion that begin to bring change. And while you may fear or resist change, dear one, there is a part of you inside that increasingly cannot live this way any longer. And if that resonates for you, bring yourself out of the inner friction. Let yourself dive into your truth. And in claiming it, the shift will already begin to happen. And that's the message from Hemimorphite. And now, from Lemurian Seed crystal, and this one in particular, my beast. For those of you who resonate with this crystal, this is a month of metamorphosis. This is a month of change. And I just saw this beautiful vision of what looks to me to be a moon moth or a night moth. And the change that occurs, if first is in inner silence, going into the seed of self, into the seed of truth, and allowing yourself to be reborn again. You have been through many things this past while, dear one. Many challenges which you have faced with bravery. Many healing processes you have allowed yourself to go through. And all the while it has felt challenging, tough, scary, exhausting, dark, you have always been carried. Spirit has always been there with you and always will be. And now you are in the rising tide of your power. Now the shift is coming. Now it is beginning. Now you can begin to rejoice in your heart again, even if it's with the tiniest little voice inside. You are becoming what you have always desired to be. You are becoming what you have always been meant to be. You are locking into your purpose. You are engaging with your higher path. You are moving forward in alignment with your soul. And all that is required for you at this time is to trust and to embrace joy. What sings through you? What is ready to be heard? What is ready for change? Where are you ready to experience growth? It is time for you to go into the dreaming, dear one. It is time for you to dream of your better future, to claim it, to allow yourself to align with it energetically, consciously, emotionally, and then the aligned actions, gateways, and pathways will happen. They will open. The flow is here. It is coming. It is moving through you already. You can take heart that the small positive signs or shifts that you have been feeling inside or seeing without are confirmation that you are finally moving forward in the way that you desire. So continue to listen to your soul, dear one. Continue to sing that inner song. Continue to allow your joy to guide you, and continue to take tender care of the self. For the happy days are coming. In fact, they are already here. Things get better from here. And so it is. Okay. And that is the message this month from the Lemurian Seed, called Beast, but also the greater Lemurian consciousness at large. So again, for whichever crystal saying to you today, for whichever crystal's message and medicine landed, because of course their frequencies are always being channeled through and encoded in this video. If you have that crystal in your keeping, take hold of it, begin to work with it. I'll have some suggestions as to how on my blog, and I'll put the link in that below. I hope that that was of service to you today. I hope that it sang to your soul. And as always, if you have questions or if you received something beautiful here today, if it resonated, please feel free to leave that in the comments. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do, so that you can receive notification of the healing channelings that are coming this month. And I bid you farewell now, dear one. Keep listening to your soul. Remember that it doesn't have to be as hard as your mind is telling you. And I hope that you thrive and prosper in this coming month.